Lakers, LeBron, AD, they answered a Game 1 Lakers loss emphatically in the desert. Why the big turnaround? We'll talk about that. Meanwhile, in Brooklyn, the Big Three blew away the Celtics, but are the Nets unstoppable, or is Boston just that bad? And Dak's back with the Cowboys. How about that, fans? Now, what he's saying about his recovery and how far do our experts think this Cowboy team can go? Another hour of Get Up starts right now, and we begin with the game of the night. Lakers, Suns, Game 2. Lakers looking to even the series at 1 apiece. There's LeBron. He's never trailed 2-0 in a first-round series. And there's AD looking for a good game. Late in the first quarter, tied at 10, LeBron. Watch him off the AD pass. The one-handed slam. Take another look. The early statement, he had 10 in the first quarter. Meanwhile, Chris Paul icing his shoulder on the bench. Third quarter, Lakers up 8. LeBron, Cameron Johnson on him, but watch him work. Sinking the turnaround jumper. Lakers up 10. Fans liking that, but ensuing possession, Johnson sinks the 3. Suns down 7 heading into the fourth. Suns fans are like, we're still in this. Okay, just over 4 minutes to play. Again, CP3 on the bench. Lakers only up 1. Dennis Schroeder driving to the basket. AD! The two-handed dunk with authority. Lakers up 3. Ensuing Suns possession. Campaign driving, layup. 19 points off the bench for him. Frank Vogel saying, I can't believe it. Under 3 minutes to go. Same score. LeBron, the fadeaway over Johnson. Lakers up 3. Just over 2 minutes to play. Bench celebrating, but not just yet. Maybe now. Because Anthony Davis is sinking threes like that. Davis, 34 points, 10 rebounds, fired up. Under a minute to play. Lakers up 6. And LeBron with the statement 3. Lakers win at 109-102, evening the series at 1. And here's AD and LeBron on the big win.
This is a must win. And I think we all came out with that mindset, and we was able to get the job done. We stayed poised, we stayed comfortable. We've been in that position before. We didn't overreact.
No matter if you have a bad game here or a couple bad games here, or you just stay even keel. You worry about the next moment, the next opportunity that you get to be great, and you seize that opportunity. So as you get older, as you get more experience, as you get into the foxhole and battles, you kind of know what to expect. So I have the blueprint. I just give it all to AD.
There you have it. Now, after evening up the series last night, the odds from our friends at Caesars Sportsbook have swung back in the Lakers' favor. They currently sit as minus 300 favorites, while our BPI gives Los Angeles a 62% chance of advancing. Kendrick Perkins back with us to talk some Lakers and this big win. The Lakers bounced back to tie the series. Kendrick, what did you see differently from the Lakers from when you looked at them in Game 1?
Well, first of all, Ryan, shame on our good people at Caesars for flip-flopping, okay? I told everybody to relax, all right? Look, you never worry about LeBron James and Anthony Davis. We witnessed that last year down there in the bubble in the postseason when they dominated in great fashion. We knew they was going to come out aggressive, and they did just that, especially Anthony Marshall and Davis. He attacked the paint. He got to the basket. He got to the free throw line. He was the best version of himself, playing around the basket, making Anthony Davis type statements on the offensive end and defensive end. LeBron James, classic turnarounds in the fourth quarter when it matters the most, running the floor in transition. Who said his ankle was hurt? Come here, Cam Johnson. Let me give you this step back tray ball. You want to go under? Let me seal the game right here. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, best duo in the damn game today. Best duo since Kobe and Shaq.
And you told me earlier this week Anthony Davis has to get aggressive in the paint. He was 18 for 21 from the free throw line. That tells you all you need to know. Now, I know you like the Lakers, but at this point, do you expect them to come out of the West, and should they be the title favorites?
Well, yeah, look, they're coming out of the Western Conference, all right? Right now, you're looking at the Western Conference, and a lot of the top teams up there are looking funny in the light, okay? The Utah Jazz, and don't get me started on the Clippers. But yes, when you look at them, because they hang their hats on the defensive end, that's one thing about the Lakers. Their defensive identity is never going anywhere, anchored by Anthony Davis. And so when you look at it, they held the Phoenix Suns last night in 3 quarters first, second, and third quarter under 25 points. Do you know how hard that is to do in today's game, especially against a Phoenix Sun team that has a lot of high-power players that could go for big numbers on the offensive end? The Lakers are coming out of the West.
And you know what? It looked as if during the regular season they were going to struggle, but man, are they back in form. At least it looks like it from game 2. Third quarter, Nets up 80-55. Jason Tatum with the post up, and scary moment right there. You see him go down right there. Now, what happened? On the play, Durant accidentally pokes him in the eye. Tatum would not return to the game. Later in the quarter, Nets up 26. Harden to Blake Griffin, a dunk with authority. Nets next possession. Harris to Griffin, dunk with authority. It's like deja vu all over again. Griffin, 2 dunks in 57 seconds. Nets up by 23. ISO Irving nailing it right there. Nets 130-108 winners. So, on the other side, Lakers Suns game 2. Lakers looking to even up the series at 1-1. Chris Paul would only play 23 minutes in this one with that shoulder issue. Under 3 minutes to go. Lakers up 1. LeBron, fadeaway jumper over Cam Johnson. They lead it by 3. Over 2 minutes to play. Same score. Anthony Davis struggled in game 1. Not so in game 2. Hit the 3. 34 points, 10 rebounds. Under a minute to play. Lakers up 6. And LeBron doing what he does, hitting the 3. Lakers win it by 7 and even up the series at 1 apiece. So let's bring in Kendrick Perkins for more on this. And Kendrick, I got to ask you, the Lakers bounced back in this series. What did they do last night to secure the win?
Well, Ryan, look, I came on here a few days ago with Greeny, and I told everyone that was panicking about the Lakers to relax. We saw this same story last year. Listen, what we saw last night was the best duo in the game of basketball. The best duo since Kobe and Shaq. Anthony Marshawn Davis and LeBron James. Anthony Davis went to work last night. He was physical. He attacked the paint. He dove to the basket. This is the AD that we all know could take over the game. LeBron James, on the other hand, just putting the icing on the cake with a scoop of vanilla ice cream on the side. Just attacking in great fashion. Turnarounds over both shoulders. Shooting his tray ball with major confidence. Guys trying to go over on the screen. Here you go, nail in the coffin. Give a nice little wink to the Phoenix Suns fans. They have the best duo in the game, Ryan. I don't know why people be panicking or doubting this duo. It concerns me.
Okay, so Big Perk, if they're the best duo in the game, let me ask you this. Are they still the best team in the West?
Yeah, they are. They are. And you know why? Look, because defensively, they put on a clinic night in and night out. The Phoenix Suns struggled. The fourth quarter, they had a couple lucky breaks because of some dumb fouls by, Caldwell Pope and Dennis Schroeder, which sent Devin Booker to the line for a total of 6 free throw attempts. But other than that, they held each quarter, they held the Phoenix Suns under 25 points a quarter. Like, do you know how stellar your defense has to be in this day and age to hold a team under 25 points? This is why the Lakers are the best team in the Western Conference, because their identity is never going to change on the defensive end.
Okay, so let's go over to the East side. Now, I know you were picking the Bucks early on to come out of the East, but the Nets, man, they took care of the Celtics with ease last night. Both Brooklyn and Milwaukee hold 2-0 leads in their series. Should the Nets be the favorite now to come out of the East? Are you reconsidering your opinion?
Well, Ryan, look, you're a smart guy, and I love working with you, my brother, great guy. But let's not be fooled by this Nets and Celtics series, okay? Look, the Brooklyn Nets, we know they got James Harden, they got Kevin Durant look good. Joe Harris went off yesterday, and I'm not knocking Joe, but you might as well call him Joe Buckets. But the Boston Celtics should be ashamed of themselves for the performance that they're putting up right now. We all know that the Brooklyn Nets were going to win this series, but the Boston Celtics are not playing with no pride. They're not playing with no type of energy, no sense of urgency. Hell, to me, they should have just let the Hornets or the Pacers get in. I didn't give a damn. Just somebody that was going to go out there and compete. Look how easy this is. This is pregame warm-up shots, Ryan. Don't be fooled by that. I'm not knocking Brooklyn. I'm not saying they're not dangerous. I still have the Bucks. But what I'm saying is the Boston Celtics should be really ashamed of themselves. Right now, the only thing that they're worrying about is what time their flights are leaving for vacation.
Big Perk coming back with us. And to get up with the Lakers, LeBron and AD answered a Game 1 loss with an emphatic win in the desert. We'll show you the reason for the big turnaround. Meanwhile, in Brooklyn, the Big Three blew away the Celtics. But are the Nets unstoppable, or is Boston just that bad? And Matt LaFleur says he cares deeply for Aaron Rodgers. But is that enough to repair the rift between his MVP quarterback and the Packers? Get Up starts right now. And we welcome you to Get Up. I'm Ryan Smith in for Greeny this morning. We have a ton of football to talk about. Aaron Rodgers, Julio Jones, Dak Prescott, and we've got an all-pro team with us. Take a look. Kimberly Martin, Marcus Spears, Jeff Saturday, all chomping at the bit, ready to go to talk some football. But we got to start this morning with the NBA and LeBron's answer to the question, are the Lakers in trouble? It's our game of the night. Lakers, Suns, Game 2. LeBron looking to even the series at 1 apiece. There's AD looking to perform. In the first quarter, there's LeBron knocking away the ball. Anthony Davis throwing it up to LeBron with the emphatic slam right there. Take another look, getting above the rim, throwing it down for LeBron. The early statement, Lakers up 30-24. Chris Paul on the bench, icing his shoulder. Third quarter, 13 seconds left. Lakers up 8. Watch LeBron with the fadeaway over Cameron Johnson. Lakers up 10. But ensuing possession, Cameron Johnson sinking the three-pointer at the buzzer. Suns down 7 heading into the fourth. Fans fired up. They're still in it. Just over 4 minutes to play. CP3 on the bench. Lakers down by 1, up by 1. Schroeder, AD. Two-handed dunk. Lakers up 3. Ensuing Suns possession. Campaign drives for the lay-in. He had 19 off the bench. 3 minutes to go. Same score, and it's LeBron backing him down and hitting the fadeaway. Lakers up. Just over 2 minutes to play. Schroeder to the man who made it happen on this night. AD with the 3. The statement 3. 34 points, 10 rebounds. Under a minute to play. Lakers up 6. And LeBron nailing the three-pointer. Lakers win it 109-102. Even the series at 1. Here's AD and LeBron on the statement win.
This is a must-win. And I think we all came out with that mindset, and we was able to get the job done. We stayed poised, we stayed comfortable. We've been in that position before. We didn't overreact.
No matter if you have a bad game here or a couple bad games here, or you just stay even keel. You worry about the next moment, the next opportunity that you get to be great, and you seize that opportunity. So as you get older, as you get more experience, as you get into the foxhole and battles, you kind of know what to expect. So I have the blueprint. I just give it all to AD.
There you have it. And after evening up the series last night, the odds from our friends at Caesars Sportsbook have swung back in the Lakers' favor. They currently sit at minus 300 favorites, while our BPI gives Los Angeles a 62% chance of advancing. So a thriller in the desert. The Lakers coming away with the win. Jay Will with us. Jay Will, AD made a difference in this game. What was the single biggest difference you saw between Game 1 AD and Game 2 AD?
Mindset. 21 free throw attempts last night. You know what that tells me? That tells me he came out to be the dog that we need AD to be so this team can win the championship. So many post-ups. He didn't have one post-up in the first game. Did you hear what I said, Ryan? He did not have one post-up in the first game.
For a big man.
And now to see Anthony Davis say, this is my area that I'm going to dominate in the paint. He played inside out, 21 free throw attempts, tells me about his mindset. And AD with that mindset, this is the team that we know the LA Lakers can be.
Now, what was interesting about this game, LeBron scored 23 points, but only got to the free throw line once. kind of a reverse there. Is he playing championship level basketball, LeBron, in your mind?
LeBron James is working towards that. LeBron James is championship level basketball. Could you have seen more out of him in game one? Yes, I think even LeBron James would own that. He's kind of handled that before. But look, as long as his team continues to be aggressive, what I did see from LeBron James last night, you talk about the one free throw miss, I saw him in KCP's face telling him to shoot the damn ball. I saw him talking to multiple teammates, raising the level of intensity, giving them a sense of urgency that they needed. That's what you want from your leader. And that's the same problem that the Clippers have. They don't have a LeBron James. Yeah. They don't have a leader. They're rudderless, and that's the problem.
We forget sometimes. We look at the points with LeBron. A lot of times it's about the leadership. Now, speaking of leadership, Chris Paul was a tough sight to see. He was in and out of the game yesterday, played only 23 minutes. Can the Suns possibly win if he's not at 100%?
I don't think so. I think Chris Paul, not only from being on the court and being a guy that can distribute and be an extension of Monty Williams on the floor, his ability to make shots also helps his team drastically. And him not being fully effective, I think the Lakers can take major advantage of that. Unfortunately, I don't think they have a realistic chance